All right, we are pleased to be joined by the fourth ranked welterweight here in the world, Sean Brady. Sean, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. It's a little late on the East Coast, but had to stay up for that main event anyway. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
100%. All right, let's get to it. What was your reaction to watching that main event?
Yeah, I did not. I thought Belal was going to win. Belal was definitely my pick. I thought he was going to pressure forward. I thought he was going to be able to get takedowns. I know Gabriel has really good submission, so I knew Belal was going to have to be weary of that. But he never even got a single takedown, and it played out on the feet. And Gabriel had an amazing game plan. Those calf kicks were hurting Belal. He was hurting him on the feet. And he kept him backing up, and he just never let Belal get his game plan going. So great on Gabriel Bonfim. On Tuesday, he's going to be ranked in the top 5, most likely.
Now, you said you thought that Belal was going to win. Were you rooting for him because you wanted to get back a little revenge?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely wanted Belal to win. So hopefully me and him could get a rematch. Obviously, Belal was the first person I lost to. I've only lost twice in my career, and I would love to get both of them back. And now that's probably not going to happen at this moment with Belal. But yeah, now Gabriel's in the top 5, and it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here.
Sean, now that you're probably trying to readjust your focus now, hoping the Belal wins, you can go and get that one back. Is that Bonfim fight something that interests you? I know as fighters, we'll sit and we'll watch matchups in our division, and as you're watching, I'm sure that you're envisioning what you would do in some of those positions. Kind of what was your take in terms of how you feel you match up, and is that something you'd want?
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually thinking before I got the Buckley fight that Bonfim was somebody I would get matched up with, so I've already been studying him. I kind of knew that eventually we could run into each other. I don't know if he's going to be in my next fight, but if he's ranked ahead of me on Tuesday, that's a fight I would definitely take. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Anybody inside the top 5, that's what I'm hoping for. So if he has a number next to his name, it's definitely somebody I'm very interested in. He's a tough matchup. He's a big guy for 170. Good submissions, good on the feet, but I think I'm the best in the world, and I have to go prove it and beat guys like Gabriel Bonfim.
Not only being one of the best fighters in the world, we have some mutual friends, and I listen to how you talk about some of these fights. I think you're a really good analyst in your own right. If you're in Belal's corner during that fight, what adjustments are you seeing that someone like him could have made? Like what things would you have been saying, hey, you got to do this different, or I see a hole here?
Yeah, I feel like he could have worked on catching the kicks a lot more. Gabriel was throwing them low. He was throwing them to the body. So I think that's something Belal could have scored some takedowns off of, If you watch my fight with Buckley, whenever someone kicks at me, I'm looking to catch a leg, and it's usually the easiest way to score a takedown is to catch one of those kicks and take them down. I think Belal also didn't do himself any favors by getting backed up the whole time. I know that's a style. Sometimes he does, but it's hard to shoot off your back foot, especially if you're trying to be explosive with a double leg. Yeah, I think if he would have started going forward, trying to catch some of those kicks, it would have did him wonders. But Gabriel did a good job at just not letting it happen.
How did you feel, off the last win, off of the heels of the Morales fight, going back in there, showing that you still are dominant, not only with your striking, but your wrestling and your grappling is next level as well?
Yeah, it was nice to go and show that that's what I can do when it goes my way, and you guys know your fighters. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, In the Morales one, I just got caught, and it sucked because I didn't really get to show anything. So it was nice for me to go out there and just be able to show 15 minutes of my work and what I can do against a super dangerous guy like Buckley. I think Buckley's probably the most dangerous guy outside of Morales I could have got for my next fight. And I went out there and I did what I did to him. And when I'm focused and present, I can do that to anybody in the division. I think I would do that to Bonfim. I think I would do that to Jack Della. I think I'll do that to Carlos Prates. I think I'll do that to anybody in this division. So, yeah, hopefully top 5 after this, I'll get to do that.
Now, things always change in weight classes. You have ebbs and flows of different kind of styles taking a forefront. And now it appears to be the style that can stuff wrestling, sprawl and brawl. How do you, as a guy who typically leads with the wrestling but has strong, how do you match that and stay competitive in this Shark Tank of water?
Yeah, for me, it's just not giving up on your takedowns. You know, even when I fought Buckley first round, he stuffed 2 of my takedowns, and I just stayed consistent. And eventually, I got my takedowns, and I got to where I wanted to be. I think that's what a lot of grapplers do wrong, is they get discouraged. You know, you shoot one takedown, you miss it, and then they just give up on it, and then it becomes a striking battle. Just like Belal, he shot a few times, takedowns got stuffed, and then now he's striking with a bigger, stronger, probably more technical Bonfim, and now we've seen how that fight just played out, where I think if he would have just stayed on it and just stayed committed to it, you're not gonna get every shot you shoot, but if you stay committed to it, you're going to get one, and then one can turn into a submission. It can turn into ground control. So that's where I think I'm a lot different than all these guys. You might stuff one of my takedowns, but you're not going to stuff all of them. Eventually, I'm going to get you to the ground.
Well, there is a numbered event that's coming up August 15th in your backyard in Philadelphia. Will we see you on that card?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. I got a few small bumps and bruises that I'm still healing up from my last training camp, but I'm back training, back in the room, back riding with the guys. So I haven't heard anything yet. But if something pops up, I would love to. Nothing more than the fight in Philly. It's the Wells Fargo. I'm not calling it has a new name, but I'm calling it the Wells Fargo Center. Wells Fargo's in my backyard. I never got to fight there. I would love to fight there. If everything makes sense, you'll definitely see me on that card.
At Xfinity Mobile Arena, August 15th in Philly. Sean Brady, always appreciate your time, especially staying up late on the East Coast with us.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me. You guys are all legends. Have a good night.